Math 7, 8.9, volume, these are volume problems, they're all volume problems. This is going to be one of those, this section of algebra and geometry, it's a section where there's a ton of formulas, and you're going to want to look them up, write them down, memorize them. No, don't memorize them. I don't memorize them. This is a triangular prism. Prism means the base and the lid match each other, and triangular means that the shape of the base and the lid are triangles. So that's where they come up with triangular prism. The formula for the volume of a prism is basically the area of the base times the height of the prism. Okay, this is important. So the shape of this base is a triangle. So that triangle is 6 by 8. And we're going to go ahead and assume, I'm not going to make any assumptions. That triangle is 6 by 8. So if we know that the formula for the area of a base, or the area of a triangle, is 1/2 the base times the height. That's how you figure out the area of a triangle. Now, this is weird. Are you ready for this? This h right here, the height of the triangle, is different than this h right here, the height of the prism, right? So it might be easier for you, rather than thinking about it as base times height, to instead think about it as length times width. Just because sometimes it's hard when they use the same word to describe different dimensions, right? I just wanted to acknowledge that. So the area of this triangle is half the base times the height. The base and the height are 6 and 8. It doesn't really matter which one's which. 6 times 8 is 48, and half of 48 is 24. So the area of that triangle is 24 centimeters squared, because it's an area. Now, think about something kind of weird for me for a second, would you? Think about layer cakes. So this layer right here is 24 centimeters that are all the shapes of cubes. And what you're going to do, if this was a cake, you put the triangle shape of the cake down, which is 24 centimeters square. But then you're going to have that go up 14 times.
Where is my Otter Pop?
Your Otter Pop is in the freezer. So it's going to go up.
Give me it now.
So it's going to go up.
Give me it, Mama.
1 second. You don't need to be here for this. All right. Does anybody else want an Otter Pop? Okay. So the bottom layer of this cake is 24. And that's going to happen 14 times on the way up. And I'm getting that 14 because of this 14 right there. That's the height of the prism. So if we put all of this together, so then let me change this color here. So the volume is going to be the area of the base, which was 24, times the height of the prism, which is 14. And 24 times 14 is 336. So the volume is 336 centimeters, and because it's volume, those centimeters look like cubes, right? Three-dimensional. If you put all of this together, that's what this looks like over here. So capital B stands for the area of the base. That's what that means. And lowercase h means the height of the prism. So the area of the base is 1/2 times 6 times 8 times height. We're going to leave this alone for just a second because I think this is what they want us to do. So 1/2 times 6 times 8 is 24. And then the height, now we're going to bring the height in, which is 14. And 24 times 14 is 336 centimeters cubed, or 336 cubic centimeters. But notice this word describes what kind of centimeters they are. You would not write 336 cubed like this. No, 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 no. Because then that gives you a totally different number of cubes. So it's the unit, which in this case is centimeters. It's the unit that's getting cubed. And you can put it as a little 3 after the word, or you can say it as a way to describe the next word. What is the shape of the base of the figure? What are its dimensions? It's a triangle. Dimensions are 6 by 8. By the way, another way to write the word by is an X. That's why I put that there. Okay, I'm going to hit pause and move to the next one.